Welcome back in with King Family to another F1 Manager 2022 video. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get the best out of your qualifying session. So we're going to be sharing with you the tips that I use to make sure my drivers don't go out into traffic and don't get impeded by traffic. And hopefully these tips can help you guys to get better qualifyings. All right, so let's jump into it in Qualify 1. So if you had changed any parts, like engine, for example, to use as in practice, it's time to switch out to all your good performing parts. Switch out to those good performing parts. The gearbox glitch got me, so I lost 2 gearbox on my first car, and I lost 2 gearbox on my second car as well. You want to always take that little extra fuel off the top right there. Makes your car a little bit lighter for your qualifying session, and we're going to basically do the same for Russell here. So we lost both gearbox here due to the glitch when we only should have lost one, but it's all right. And we're going to take that little fuel right off the top right there. And let's jump on into our qualifying session. So now is a good time. We could send our drivers out for the first run. So we could send our drivers out. Yes, let's send them out now for their first run. And we should not get too much blockage. All right. We're going to get a little bit of blockage, but we're not going to get too much. But I'll explain it to you now as we go for our first run. Let's speed it up a bit. All right, so if we go over to Lewis Hamilton here, as you can see, we're going to do our run. If you bring up this bar, all right, so you bring up this bar with your drivers. This is your traffic radar. All right, so when you bring up this bar, you need to take into consideration 3 places. All right, there you see Hamilton and Russell getting a free lap with no traffic. You want to take into consideration 3 places. All right, so if you count the dots where you see that orange line, that white up and down line, and those 3 main lines which are dividing it into sectors, and you count it into 3 places. So the first line, the second line, and the third line is going to be your out lap. The third line, the fourth line, and the fifth line is going to be your qualifying lap. And from the 5th line, 6th, and the 7th line right there is going to be your cool down lap. All right, so whenever you're going to be going into qualifying, you always want to make sure you watch this white line right here. If we should select the white line right there, it's going to count 1 or 2, and then our qualifying session would have start in the middle. Oh, Hamilton is coming back in. Our qualifying session would have start in the middle there, and that would give us a qualifying lap in high traffic. You want to qualify in the lowest amount of traffic possible. All right, so let's reset up our cars. We're going to go for the new parts, new tires. We've already got our parts, and you always want to go to fuel and just take that little bit off the top, and that is going to get your car super fast. All right, so just go back here, select your tires, go to fuel, take a little off the top, and then you can set your cars to qualify. All right, so for our final run, we are going to be selecting to go out right on that line before where you see that hill coming down. That's where we're going to send out our car. So we're going to be on the track in that open space right there for our final run. All right, and then we're not going to be doing any more run, or we could not do any run here because our times are currently at the top of the screen. I doubt anybody is going to be outrunning these times, or we could go back out on old tires for this second run. Let's do that. Let's go back out on old tires for this second run, just for the fun of it. So for the example here, as we're good to go through to the next round, so we're going to go back to these old tires. So let's bring up our run screen here. On PlayStation, it's L1 that brings up the run screen. So once you select your driver, or L3 brings up the run screen, and we're going to run once that bar moves to the next timer, that's when we're right there is where we want to send both or drivers out. And when they go out, you're gonna see that they're gonna be doing their run in that clear. There we see their run coming into the clear. Really nice there. So you count 3 bar, 1, 2, 3, and your lap coming into the clear. At the end of their laps, there's going to be a little bit of traffic right at the end, but hopefully it's good enough for our run to be nice and clean. All right, so let's wait and see if we're going to get that clean run. Here comes Hamilton on his flying lap. There he goes, flying in that clean run, and at the end of our run, it's going to be coming. So when we are on our cool down lap, we're going to affect everybody who's going to be going out for their run, because their run is going to be starting to go out now. They're going to start to go out right at the end of our run. So we're going to be affecting some people on our cool down round. All right. So there goes our run, flying. They're trying to get out before us. Oh, there we go. All right. So we're not going to be affecting anybody. They're on their out lap, while we're on our cool down lap. And as you can see, Hamilton and Russell, we did not improve because we used old tires, but as you can see, our run was great. We didn't get any form of traffic, and we're going to basically do the same thing in Q2 and Q3 and Q4 from here. All right.
Wait, your check.
All right. Once again, we want to watch that timer. We see one car has already gone for his early run. We could have sent or both our drivers out early as well for a early run.
So it's down here now. Copy.
And we could watch on our screen. There we go. So our run is going to start great. Traffic is going to be nice and low at the starting of our run, but the traffic is going to pick up at the ending of our run. So we should get around in a nice clean zone there. All right, so there we go. Ocon blocking that run right there. So that wasn't the absolute best time to start your run. And only if you're going to see that your drivers are going to be getting by those cars that are going to be slowing you down in the second lap. But we still got a good run in there from both our drivers. And in return, our cars are going to now start to slow up those on their run. So Verstappen's car should get slowed up as he's on his run. You see Hamilton kind of slow him up right there on his run. And then he slows up. So he still put up a good run nonetheless. All right, so we're going to reconfigure now. And we're going to come back to some new wets, because I doubt we're going to be using these at the race. So we want some fresh wet tires. So let's select that. Some fresh, new wet tires for a second run. All right, so we selected all right, we can't use those. All right, let's select our fresh wet tires. And we're going to take that little bit off the top of the fuel. And then we're going to configure. Want to slow it down so when we do the configure, so we don't get it doesn't run away from us. Fresh wet tires, and we're gonna take that little bit of fuel off the top right there, looking good, and reconfigure. All right, let's bring back up our menu. All right, so we're gonna count 3. So if we send our drivers out now, we should be on that, or we should wait for it to hit the next line, then we send them out, and we should start our flying lap right at the end of that traffic stint right there. So you see the traffic now coming in. So we're going to wait right until it switches over. Then we're going to send our driver. As you see it switch to the next side, we're going to send our drivers, and we should get our flying lap into that little small pool right at the bottom right there. So if we send both drivers out now, we should be on that bottom pool for our lap. All right, let's wait for the timer to come back up. Oh, no, look at that. Our lap is going to be way in traffic here. How did that happen? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Our lap is way off here. We counted the 3 bars. This one looks longer than 3 bars, but let's see. Let's see. Hopefully our lap doesn't get slowed. Hopefully. Let's see if our drivers will get there. Here comes our flying lap. Here comes our flying lap. So we're not seeing any car exiting. Here comes Perez exiting, but he's late to slow us down. Here goes Mick Schumacher exiting as well. He's late. and our laps is started great. All right. So though we were a bit worried there, it turned out our lap started great right there, and our lap in the middle of our lap is when those traffic is going to come out, and we beat them to the line. So we should get a good clean flying lap here. Car in the wall, Bottas in the wall there. That should not affect our lap, as we should be flying at this time. That shouldn't be affecting us. As you can see, Ocon now passing Bottas right there. Let's take a quick look at that crash from Bottas. Oh, slams in the wall. Oh, that was messy. Entire front wing is gone. But that should not affect our lap, as we are way ahead of all of that. Lewis Hamilton putting up a good sector 1 right there as he continues to push. All right, so it looked like our lap was going to be in traffic, but it seems our lap is not in traffic. And then when we're on our cool down lap, those cars are going to be on their flying laps. So let's see. Where is Hamilton? Oh, he's way down in the bottom there. So good sector 2 from Lewis Hamilton as well. So we should get a good lap here. We should get a great lap here. Let's ignore that as Lewis Hamilton goes across the line in P1. Let's ignore that, and George Russell goes across the line in P2. So nice clean air on our lap there. Looks for a second that our lap was gonna get screwed. Now we're on our slow lap, and we're on our cool down lap, and we should slow up all of those cars that are on their flying lap.
So that's it for the session.
The session has ended. Nope, so we did not get to slow up any of them. Lucky for them, we didn't slow up any of them. But that was a great lap. So P2, P3 in FP in Q2 for Hamilton, for Russell and Hamilton. Let's see what we could do for our final run. All right, so once again, once your session has started, we could send them out right now for a first run. Because we're sending them out on all tires, we're just going to send them out right now on that all tires. And then we're going to look.
No rain, so circuit's all clear.
We're going to look to see, come on, come off the thing. All right, so our run is definitely going to be in traffic here. No doubt about that. No doubt about our run being in traffic here. Let's look at the map and see where in the traffic is our run going to be. So there we go. Verstappen way ahead in front of our run. So I doubt we're going to be catching up to Verstappen before he hits that corner. So before he hits that straight. So I doubt we're going to be in any problems. There we go. 144. Leclerc did a pretty better lap than us right there. So that was nice. All right. So in FP3, it's a little bit easier to manage in FP3. You just want to get that first run on those old tires to get a time on the board, really. All right, and your main idea now is to get that run within those drivers. So if you want to go out in front of all those cars, it's up to you. We're gonna go for those fresh softs now, and we're gonna take just a little bit off the top. Oh, we didn't put on our brand new part. Oh man, we didn't put on our brand new side pods. Oh no, we forgot to put on our brand new side pods. And we're not going to be able to use them in the race, man. Alright, anyways, let's keep going. Alright, so we took that little bit of fuel off the top on Lewis. He's on his fresh softs. Let's do the same for Russell. Fresh softs. George Russell, come on, fresh softs. And then we're going to take the little bit off the top right there, and then we'll configure. All right, so for the final run in FP3, you don't really have to use the time screen because it's only 10 cars. All right, so if you want to go out like behind the car, then you just wait until you see the first car going out, and then you send your drivers. All right, or if you want to wait until you see one car going out, and then you send your driver, and then wait for another car, then you send your next driver. It's up to you on how you want to run your FP3. So you could send your drivers there, like you see Alonso going, and then once some more file out, then you could send out Russell. All right, so FP3 is just 10 cars, So you just want to make sure you send your driver out in those times. And as you can see, your run is going to be way in the back of the map there when all the cars are going to be there. All right. So everybody's going to be doing their final run on FP3. So I doubt anybody's going to be able to slow up anybody. The only thing with FP3, I would say, is try to get your drivers behind a driver that has a fast car. All right, like Russell here behind Verstappen is a good speed. As we see, Russell is definitely going to be slowing up Leclerc, unless he's going to give Leclerc a tow. It's either he's going to be slowing Leclerc up or he's going to give Leclerc a tow. But let's see here. Lewis Hamilton going green and green. No purple sectors for Lewis as he flies on home, currently in P3. Alonso didn't improve. Let's see if Hamilton will get any form of improvement. All right, so no improvement for Hamilton, still P3. Let's see if Russell will get any form of improvement as he push. Leclerc getting a nice slipstream behind Russell. Verstappen out in P1. Will Leclerc improve and get Russell here? Get Hamilton. Russell didn't improve. Leclerc didn't improve, and that's basically it for your FP3. All right. So hopefully this video helped you guys to get better qualifiers. As it has helped us to get better qualifiers, and this is what we do to keep getting good qualifiers for each race so we don't get jammed up. So hopefully this one helped you guys to get a better qualifiers. And yeah, that's basically going to be it. Use code word results to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. And thank you guys so much for all your support. Remember to smash that like button, and that's basically it for this one. See you guys in the next one. Peace.